Kia Grand Carnival 2007 alternator problem. Reason why I know is that I've already checked fuses and relays, they're okay. But when you get in the car and you give a bit of acceleration, the battery light goes off for a little bit and then comes back on. That's telling me that the brushes in the alternator have worn down. And another problem I want to address is, why is there like an oil leak right above where the alternator is? So at the moment it looks like the only way to get access to the alternator is by removing the cover here, remove the cowling system, that's the power fans part, and have a better view from the other side then of what's going on and how to get the alternator out. Okay, so to make it easier for myself, it looks like I'm going to have to take this crossbar off. So I'm going to have to just unplug things, like unclip things and so forth. There's a wire that's going across, it's going to be cut and rejoined later. And for reflections on previous work I've done on this one, I've worked on a starter motor. I probably should have removed that bar just to give myself that extra room. Would have made the job a little bit more easier, or a lot more easier. And that's just a little bit of work taking that off. It's not, you know, there's only a couple of 10 mils on both sides to take that off, and unclipping everything that's attached to it. So no big deal really, taking this part here off, and it gives you that much more room to work. So future reference if you're ever doing a starter motor. But we're doing it for the alternator, so we're getting this off so I can get the fans out. The bonnet clip, I could take these 10 mils off and just drop it down, but then I'd have to try and line it back up again. So I'm going to just remove this cable here instead. So it's easy enough to just get in behind here and pull that out there, and then I just need to unfeed that there like that. So, you know, it's trickier to get it back on, but it's dead easy to get it off, so I don't have to worry about that now. And I've got the 3 on this side here already off, so you can see that's almost ready to come off that side. So you get this data port off, you just give it a good pull hard up and it comes off. This one was a bit stubborn, but that's what I do, is just see a bit closer there. I'll push it back down to clip it in, or you give it a pull up and it just comes off there, so that's out of the way. It's starting to rain now, so I might have to leave it alone in a minute, but I'll do what I can. And there's one there's one 10 mil that you need to undo, which you can get access to through the bottom right here. So take that out, and that unbolts from this, and then the whole section then just comes off. That's a cinch. About 10 minutes work, and you give yourself that much more room, and probably save yourself a half an hour mucking around because you've got more room. So it is a time saver, definitely worth doing. Right, so I don't think I need to take both fans out, it doesn't look that way. So I'm just going to take this one cowling fan here out, and it's just a matter of unplugging it from there and disconnecting it from there, and just need to undo these 2 10 mil bolts, and that should come out. I did forget to mention, when you're undoing that cross member there, the horns on the outside here do have to come off. You could probably just let them drop down, but I took them completely off. And as expected, easy to come out. So now I've got a lot more room here to get access to the alternator, and it looks like the valve cover is weeping oil, and that's what's got onto the alternator, and that's what's probably degraded the alternator a lot quicker. So like every car, you go into one job and it turns into a million jobs. Well, it's over, probably got a litre too much oil in there. Awesome, you see that? And that'll probably be why it's getting so much top end pressure, pushing that oil through. So we'll drain a bit out, degrease and so forth, and I'll monitor it after I do the alternator. So if I do see the alternator getting greasy again, good thing the car's in the family, if I do see the alternator getting greasy up again, I know that it's still leaking, I can get to the valve cover gasket a lot easier just from the top there. We're focusing on the alternator for now. So this next part, going to take the power connection off. That's live, so we don't want no Christmas come early. We're going to take the negative terminal off the battery before we undo that wire. And there's a connection there. Just give that a squeeze and it should come out easy enough. being a bit stubborn, but you know, that's what happens when things haven't moved for a long time. I'll work that out in a second. So the next part is we need to get this belt off. So there's 19 mil down here. Now you can see there's another nut behind it. Another bolt behind it. This is an adjuster that's got the hex bolt pattern there for 19 mil. And that one there is 17, so you know where to locate it, right there behind the tension pulley. As I pull that up, we'll see that's loose now. So I'll just get that belt off. Okay, so if I can show you here, right down here, there's a 10 mil bolt. Oh, sorry, there's a 14 mil at the bottom of the alternator down here, one up the top. So this is about to come out. Take this one out. They're both the same size, so they matter going back in. That should just come out. Probably just need to tap, but anyway, I just want to feel around, make sure that that's all okay. It's really hot down there because the engine's not long been turned off. Okay, that's what it was. Just gave a bit of a tap with the hammer on the front there, just a bit of a, not even a hard net, just kind of like a, and then it started moving. That's all it needed, but it's in pretty bad shape there. Can't really breathe that well, full of oil. And I didn't have to take that bottom bolt out all the way either. So future reference, if you're doing this, you only need to loosen it because it slides out from the mount there. So putting it back in will be that much easier, knowing that I can put that in and not tight, just in the alternator and then tighten it up once it's in place. Okay, well, the next part of the job is cleaning that alternator up. So that'll make it for this video, how to remove the alternator. I'll make another video on how to put it back in. Alright, as always, thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.